Hello and welcome students. In the last video lecture, I had explained you a few of the typical sums of exercise 2 section D. Now in this video lecture, I am going to explain you a few of the typical sums of section E of exercise 2. Okay, so for that I am explaining you today 63 page number section E, question number 8. Okay, so first of all let us read that question. In the year 2013, there were 1200 students studying in a school, and of them 400 were girls. It means over here you have to prepare the tabular form of the data. You have to represent the data in a tabular form. So first of all, as we already studied in the previous video lecture while explaining you the tabular representation of data, that first of all you have to decide how many attributes are there, and on that basis of attributes you have to prepare the table. Okay, so after reading the question, the first step is to decide the number of attributes. Okay, so let us continue with the reading. In the year 2013, there were 1200 students studying in a school, and of them 400 were girls. It means the first idea you can get, that is boys and girls. It means gender is coming over here. 50 girls were not residing in hostel. It means residing in hostel and not residing in hostel. That is the second attribute. That is residence. The first attribute, that is gender, and the second attribute, that is residence. In the year 2014, there is an increase of 20% in number of boys, and the number of girls increased by 30%. During this year, 260 boys and 100 girls were not residing in hostel. In the year 2015, 140 boys and 100 girls were newly admitted in the school, and all of them resided with the hostel students. It means you can see that 3 years data have been given to you, that is 2013, 14 and 15. So you can identify by after reading the question there are 3 attributes on the basis of which we have to prepare the table. The 3 attributes are here: residence, that is residing in hostel and not residing in hostel, and the third one, that is gender, that is boys and girls. Okay. Now as you can see, on the basis of the attribute I have prepared the table. Here you can see in the first column I have written year, that is 2013, 14 and 15, and the next column that I have written residing in hostel, not residing in hostel, and each and every time you don't have to forget to do the total. And in each residing in hostel, boys, girls total, boys, girls total, and in total also again total number of boys, girls and final total, grand total. Okay. So in this way you have to prepare the table after deciding the number of attributes. You can see all the 3 attributes are represented in the table. The first attribute, that is here, the second attribute, that is residence, that is residing in hostel and not residing in hostel, and the third attribute, that is gender, that is boys, girls and total. Okay. So on the basis of attributes, first of all we have prepared the table. Now one by one we will read each and every line and represent the data in the given table. Okay, first line. In the year 2013, there were 1200 students studying in a school. And there were 1200 students in the year 2013. You can see here it is year 2013, and total number of students studying in school in the year 2013, there are 1200. Okay, so you can see the total column I have written 1200. Students, you can see I have done circles in some of the values or in some of the amount. Why I have done total in some of the numbers? The reason for that, it suggests that these values are already given in your question, and remaining values without any kind of circle, that represents that we have found out those values. So easily you can distinguish that these data have been given in the question to you. Okay. So the first data that is given, that is in the year 2013, the total number of students, that is 1200. Okay. Further, and of them 400 were girls. Out of that 1200, 400 were total girls in the year 2013. Okay, so you can see in the year 2013 in the column of total girls I have written 400. Now students, total you have got 1200, number of girls that you have got 400, so you can easily find the total number of boys, that is 1200 minus 400. So you will get the answer of total number of boys, that is 800. I am doing this dash to identify, to make you know that this value we are finding step by step. Okay. So first value that we have got in the question, that is 1200 total students of year 2013. Of that, the total number of girls, that is 400. So we have found out the total number of boys, that is 1200 minus 400 is equal to 800. Okay. girls were not residing in hostel. Out of total 400 girls, 50 girls were not residing in hostel in the same year, that is year 2013. Okay. So you can see in the column of not residing in hostel girls column I have written 50. Okay. So 50 girls are not residing in hostel. So again I have done circle because this value is given in the question. Okay. So now you can easily find the total number of girls residing in hostel. Okay. Total girls, that is 400. From that, not residing in hostel, that is given to you 50. So residing in hostel, that would be 350. That is 400 minus 50 is equal to 350. Okay. So this value we have found out. Next one. Now 50, that is already given to you in the question. From that we have found out that is 400 minus 50. That is the total number of girls that is residing in hostel, that is 350. Okay. Now this value is already given to you, that is 600. Let us see. Okay. In all, 600 boys were residing in hostel. In all, 600 boys were residing in hostel. You can see in the column of residing in hostel. In the column of boys, year 2013, that I have written 600. This value we have found out, that is 350 just now, and this value is already given in the question, that is 600. So easily you can find the total number of students residing in hostel. Okay, that is 600 plus 350, you will get 950. Okay, so up till now in the year 2013, these magic values that we have done circle, that have been given to you in the question, and the values that are underlined, that we have found. Okay, now easily you can find the remaining two values also. See, the total number of students for the year 2013, that is given to 1200. From 1200, if you subtract the total number of students residing in hostel, that is 950, then you will get the answer, that is 250. Okay, so you can get the total number of students not residing in hostel by subtracting 1200 minus 950, you will get 250. Okay, so we have found out this value also, that is 250. Okay, now 50 is already given to you in the question. 250 that we have found out, so easily you can find the number of boys not residing in the hostel. Okay, so 250 minus 50, you will get the number of boys. Okay, so that comes to 200. 250 minus 50, it would come to 200. Okay, so we have completed the finding of all the values of the year 2013. Now moving on to the year 2014. Okay, let us read the further line. In the year 2014, there is an increase of 20% in the number of boys and number of girls increased by 30%. It means compared to the year 2013, in the year 2014, the number of boys increased by 20% and number of girls increased by 30%. Okay, you can see I have shown the calculation also over here. Year 2014, 20% of 800. 20% of 800 means 800, that was the total number of boys in the year 2013. In the year 2014, boys have increased by 20% of the previous year, that is 2013. So 20% of 800 is equal to 160. So 800 plus 160 is equal to 960. So you can see in the column of the year 2014, total number of boys that are written 960. In the same way, we have to find for girls also. You can see in the calculation of girls are written, that is 30% of 400. What was the last total of girls for the year 2013? That was 400. 30% of 400, that would come to 120. So 400 plus 120 is equal to 520. So you can see in the column of total girls that are written as 520. So these two values that we have found out, but the basic data that has been given to you in the question, how much percent has been increased in boys and girls compared to the year 2013. So I have done circles in both the values. Okay. Now you can see both the values of boys and girls have been given to you. So you have to do the total of it, that is 960 plus 520. You do the total, then it will come to 1480. Okay. So this value that we have found out. Okay. Now moving on further, read the further line. During this year, it means the same year, that is 2014, 260 boys and 100 girls were not residing in hostel. 260 boys and 100 girls were not residing. It means you can see the column of not residing in hostel, in the column of boys and girls. And year 2014, I have written 260 and 100. Okay, so this value is already given to you in the question. So that I have done circles. So 260 plus 100, total that will come to 360. That is the total number of students not residing in hostel that we have found out, that is 360. Okay. Now this key values is not given to you in the question. We can easily find it out by subtracting from the total students. We have to subtract the total number of students not residing in hostel. Then easily we will get the total number of boys and girls that are residing in hostel. Okay, how we can do? You can see 1480 minus 360 if you will do, then you will get the answer, that is 1120. Okay, now in the same way you will subtract the total number of girls from the girls not residing in hostel, that is 520 minus 100, you will get, that is 420. And in the same way you can find it from the boys total. You can subtract boys not residing in hostel, then you will get the boys that are residing in hostel, that is 960 minus, you will do 260, then you will get the total number of boys that are residing in hostel, that is 700. So in this way we have found all the values of the year 2014. Now moving on to the year 2015. Okay, let us read the further lines. In the year 2015, 140 boys and 100 girls were newly admitted in the school, and all of them resided with the hostel students. Now over here the percentage has not been given to you. It has been told that in the year 2015 these many boys and these many girls were newly admitted. So that they are the new admissions. Okay. So here you can see I have shown the calculation for the year 2015 also. You can see that is 140 plus 960 that I have done, that is 1100. Now 140 that are the new admissions for the year 2015. Previously the total number of admissions or the total number of students, that was 960. In that the new admissions we have to do plus. So 960 plus 140, so the total number of students, total number of boys for the year 2015, that would come to 1100. So you can see I have written over here 1100 and that I have done circle because that data is given to you in the question. In the same way for girls, previously the total of girls, that was 520. Now 100 new girls are admitted. Okay, so 100 plus 520, so the total number of girls for the year 2015, that would come to 620. Now in the same way, we have both the values we have given, it is given in the question. So total of this two, that would come to 1720. So this value we have. Okay. Now then afterwards, reading the last lines. And all of them resided with the hostel students. Now all of these students that were residing in the hostel, that means whatever the new admissions, that is 140 and 100, that are all residing in the hostel. So that much amount you have to do plus, or that much number of students you have to do plus in the total of residing in hostel. Okay. So previously the total number of boys residing in hostel in the year 2014, that was 700, plus 140, that would come to 840. In the same way, 420 previous year, number of girls residing in hostel plus 100, so it would come to 520. So these two values that we have found out. Okay. Now easily we can do the total number of students that are residing in hostel by doing the total of these two values. That is 840 plus 520, it will come to 1360. Okay. So now we have got the data of residing in hostel and the total number of students. Now easily we can find the data related to not residing in hostel. Okay. You can see the total is given 1720 minus you will be doing 1360. You will get the answer of total number of students not residing in hostel, that is 360. Okay. Next one, that is total number of girls, that is 620. From that subtract the total number of girls residing in hostel, that is 520. So you will get the number of girls not residing in hostel, that is 100. That is 620 minus 520. Okay, now 360 minus 100, number of boys that are not residing in hostel, you will get, that is 260. So in this way you have to find the remaining data from the data that has been already given to you in the question. Okay, so this is the end of this sum, that is question number 8. After understanding question number 8, I will be teaching you the question number 10 of the same section E, that is on the same page, that is 63. Let us read that question first of all. The following table represents the number of workers of a factory according to their gender, residence and year. Over here the table has been ready-made given it to you in the question. Okay, there are three attributes, that is year, residence and the gender. Okay, on that basis our table has been prepared. Now what you have to do, you have to answer the following questions using the above table that is given to you on page number 64. There are three questions given to you. On the basis of table or on the verification of the data given to you in the table, you have to find the answers of these three questions. Okay, so let us read that questions one by one. First question. What is the percentage increase in the total number of workers during the period of 5 years? Now if you verify the table, you can see the data has been given to you of 2 years, that is 2010 and 2015. It means the gap of 5 years has been there in the data, that is 2010 and 2015. Now what is the first question? What is the percentage increase in the total number of workers? It means how much workers have been increased from the year 2010 to 2015. You have to convert that number of workers into percentage. Okay. So here you can see I have written the first calculation. You can see 2010 in the question you can find out that total number of workers for the year 2010, that is 2000 workers. And for the year 2015, the number of workers increased to 3000. Okay. So you can see increased by how much number of workers, that is 1000, that is 3000 minus 2000. So increase in workers in the year 2015, that is 1000. Okay. So we have to convert this number of workers, that is 1000 increase in workers, into percentage. How to convert it into percentage? Always percentage will be calculated on 100. Okay. So here you can see I have shown the calculation. That is, if the total number of workers that was 2000 in the year 2010, then it was 100%. Then if it is 1000, then how much? Actually it would be 50%. Okay. So here you can see 50% workers have increased from the year 2010 to 2015. So this is the first answer. We have to find the number of increase in workers in the year 2015 in percentage. So that we have got, that is 50%. Also you can easily identify that previously it was 2000, now it has been 3000. So 50% compared to 2000 has increased in the year 2015. Okay. Next question, that is second question. Find the percentage decline in the number of non-local workers in the year 2015. In the same way, it has been asked you to find the decrease in the non-local workers in percentage in the year 2015. Okay. So here you can see I have written for the year 2010. From the table you can identify that there were 500 non-local workers, and for the year 2015, the workers, non-local workers, that was 400. That is given to you in the table already. So decreased by 100. Previously in 2010 there were 500. Now it has been 400. So decreased by 100. Okay. So non-local workers had declined by 100 workers. Now that 100 workers we have to convert it into percentage. So here you can see I have shown the calculation. That is, if there were 500 workers, then 100%. So if 100 workers, then how many percentage? So 100 into 100 divided by 500, it would come to 20%. So there is 20% decline in the number of non-local workers in the year 2015 compared to 2010. Okay, so this is our second answer. Now moving on to the third question. Find the percentage increase in the number of men and women during the period of 5 years. Now in the same way it has been asked to you the percentage increase in the number of men and women in the year 2015. Okay, so here you can see the third answer that I have shown the calculation. First one that is for men, and second calculation that is for women. In case of men, the 2000 men, the number of men, that is 1500, that you can find it out from the table. And in the year 2015, the number of women has increased to 2300. So compared to 2010, the number of men has increased by 800 workers. Okay, so that we have to convert increase into percentage. So previously if it is 1500 men, then 100%. Then if 800, then how many percentage? So you can see 800 cross multiplication, 800 into 100 divided by 1500. So you get in percentage, that is 53.33%. It means number of men has increased by 53.33% in the year 2015 compared to 2010. Okay. Next one, same way for women. In the year 2010, the number of women that were 500, and in 2015 it has increased to 700. So you can see the increase by 200 women. Okay, that increase we have to convert it into percentage. So if there were 500 women, then 100%. So if 200 women, then how many percentage? So you get the answer, that is 40%. So the number of women has increased by 40% in the year 2015 compared to the year 2010. Okay. So in this way, this is a new sum. Till now, whatever sums we have done, we have just placed the data in the table and found out the remaining data. This was a new sum. We have not done this type of sum in the previous video lectures. So that's why I have chosen this sum particularly to find the answers to the related questions that are given to you and you have to find that answers from the table only. Okay. So this was a new sum and different from sums that we have done till now. Okay. Now after completing the 10th sum, next sum that I have chosen, that is 12th sum of the same section, that is section E. That is on page number 64 of your textbook. Let us read that question first of all. Information regarding the average monthly expense in rupees of two families is as under. Present it through a pie diagram. Now over here it is clearly mentioned to you that you have to represent the data that has been given to you in a pie diagram. We have already studied the pie diagram, how to represent the data in a pie diagram. But over here, the two different family data has been given to you. So that how to represent in two different pie diagrams, that is a new topic. Even one illustration is there related to this type of sum. So you can refer that illustration also. Okay. Now you can see the calculation that I have shown. You are knowing very well that always the pie diagram, the degree of the entire circle, that would be 360 degree. So whatever the data expenses that are given to you of both the families, that you have to convert it into degrees. Okay, before that you have to find the radius of both the pie diagram for family A and family B. Now how to find that radius? Here you can see I have shown the calculation radius for family A. Now the total of the expense, as you can see in the question, there are family A and family B. The monthly expense of both the family are given to you, and that is divided into 5 different types of expenses. That is food, fuel, transportation, house rent and other expenses. So the total of family A that you have to do, that is 20 plus 5, 25, 25 plus 10, that is 35, and 35 plus 15, that is 50, and 50 plus 22 is total amount of expense for family A, that is 72,000, and for family B, that is coming to 64,800. This data is already given to you in the question. Okay. So first of all, the first step, that is I have found the root of 72,000. This much data you cannot represent it in a circular diagram or in a pie diagram. Okay, so you have to convert it into smaller values. How to convert it? That is, first of all, find out the root of 72,000. Then after finding the root of 72,000, divide that value by 100. Okay. So you will get the answer, that is 2.68. So approximate value that I have taken, that is 2.7. As if you are knowing already very well that if the second digit is more than 5, then you have to add in the previous digit. So I have taken the approximate value, that is 2.7. Okay. So easily we can draw the circle with radius, that is 2.7 cm. In the same way for family B. Family B total expense, that is 64,800. Same way, root of 64,800 divided by 100, you will get the answer, that is 2.55. Okay, and in the same way over here also I have taken the approximate value, that is 2.6. Okay, so one circle that I have drawn with the radius, that is 2.6, and another circle that I have taken the radius, that is 2.7. So you have to draw these two circles with the help of pair of compass by taking the radius, that is 2.7 and 2.6. Here you can see I have drawn rough figures, but easily you can identify that this is the circle with the bigger radius and this is the circle with the smaller radius. Okay. Now you are knowing this step that we have already studied in the previous video lectures of pie diagram. That is all the data, all the expenses that you have to convert it into degree. Okay. So here you can see I have made the table, that is first one other and total. In the same way, next column that is for family A and family B. In case of family A, there are two sub columns. That is first one that is for monthly expense and the second one that is daily. In the same way for family B, that is monthly expense and daily. Okay, this monthly expense is already given to you in the question. That data I have just placed it from the question. Okay, now how to convert this expense, each and every expense into daily. Okay, here you can see that monthly expense of food that is 20,000. Okay, now total expense that is 72,000. One calculation I will show it to you. If the total expense that is 72,000, then total degree that would be 360 degree. Yes or no? We are knowing the pie chart, the total degree that is 360 degree. So for 72,000, the total degree that is 360 degree. Then for 20,000 expense, what would be the degree? Okay. So calculation would be 20,000 multiplied by 360 upon 72,000. Okay. So by doing this cross multiplication or division, you will get the answer that is 100 degree. Okay. Here also you can see that is 3 zeros will be cancelled. 36 tens are, 36 twos are, 2 tens are. So 10 tens are 100. So it will come to 100 degree. So in the same way you could find all the degrees of all the expenses. You have to convert all the expenses that is given to you in rupees into degrees. Okay. Now in the case of fuel 5,000, here it would be 5,000 multiplied by 360 divided by 72,000. Then you will get 25 degree. The same way for transportation it would come to 50 degree. Next one for house rent that is 75 degree. And for other expenses that is 110 degree. And always verify that the total of degree that should come to 360. Okay. In the same way we have found out the degree. We have converted the expenses which has been given to you in rupees into degrees for family B also. Okay. So this table has already, this column has already been given to you in the question. In the same way, here the total expense is 64,800. So if the total expense is 64,800, then degree that would be 360 degree. So if the expense is 16,000, then how much degree? So calculation that would be 16,000 multiplied by 360 upon 64,800. So you will get the degree that is 89 degree. In the same way, you have to find all the degrees. And see, in over here also you verify that the total should come that is 360 degree. Okay. So in this way, first of all, you have to find the radius of both the families. And then afterwards you have to convert all the data of the expenses into degrees. And then the main step of the sum that comes, that is you have to draw the pie chart of both the family. Okay. Here you can see I have drawn two pie charts, one that is representing family A and the second one that is representing that is family B. Okay. So first of all for family A, that is food representing 100 degree. Okay. So here you can see I have written first of all center radius, center point and 100 degree. And then afterwards fuel that is representing 25 degree. Then afterwards transportation that is 50 degree. House rent that is 75 degree. And other expenses that is 110 degree. In the same way for family B. Okay. Family B, first one that is food that is 89 degree. Then afterwards fuel that is 22 degree. Then afterwards next one that is transportation 49 degree. House rent that is 100 degree. And other expense that is also 100 degree. In this way you have to divide the entire pie diagram or entire pie chart into different section of expenses according to their degrees. Okay. Now after drawing these circles or pie charts, you have to represent all the different expenses or degrees through different patterns in order to distinguish that this particular area carries for this particular expense only. Okay. So here you can see I have done the horizontal lines, over here slanting lines, over here circles, over here dots, and over here plain area. So in this way I have drawn different patterns for different representation of different expenses. Okay. Now that same whatever the patterns I have done for each of the expense, that don't forget to represent it at the right side of the pie chart. Okay. So easily the paper checker can understand that this particular pattern is representing the particular expense. Okay. So here you can see the first one that is the horizontal line that is representing food. Next one that is dot, that is representing fuel expense. Next one that is circle, representing transportation expense. Next one that is 19 lines, representing house rent expense. And the last one that is without any kind of pattern, that is other expenses. So in this way you have to represent the pie chart. So students, that's all for today. In the next video lecture, I will be explaining you few of the typical sums of section F. Till then, goodbye, keep practicing, stay blessed.